Today is day 154 of our Bible reading, and I'll be taking you through chapters 8, 9, and 10. In chapter 8, we see the friends of Job responding to his words which he shared in chapter 7, which we have recently reviewed. Bildad says to Job, God never perverts the righteous. We also see him continuing to make an assumption that if Job was righteous, God would rouse on his behalf and will restore him to his prosperous state. He continues to talk as if Job has done something wrong to put him in the situation that he finds himself in. And he continued to even reference Job to go and look back at the forefathers to see what they have done. And at the end of the chapter 8, we see him even saying to Job, save yourself from shame of your enemies. And we see in chapter 9 where Job responds. And when Job responds, he does not justify. We don't see him arguing with his friends. We don't see him stating his righteousness to his friends. But he then say to his friend, I know what you're saying is true, but can a mortal ever be righteous in the eyes of God? We also then see Job continuing to talk about God being so sovereign that he felt he cannot stand against God, or he doesn't stand a chance that he can even argue with God. And we see him being poetic in trying to explain how big and how great God is, and how he continued to find himself not in a position to justify himself against God. We also see at the end of the chapter 9, where he says, if there was a mediator that would then stand in between me and God, because he just didn't feel like he's the right person to talk or to challenge God at the time. In chapter 10, we then see him starting to loathe his life, and he then start questioning God. He asks God if you are happy when I suffer, and he asks God so many questions that they even say to God, but you gave me this life, and all along you showed me kindness. Why did you even allow me to come to earth? Why did you even allow me to be born? And I guess from a man that was talking from so much pain, it's understandable. But what stands out here is Job is still not belittling God. He's still not cursing God, but instead he's just even asking if there was a use for him to even exist in the first place. I'm going to highlight a verse that really ministered to me when I read the scripture, and that is chapter 9 verse 32, which talks about God not being a mere mortal, that Job felt that he cannot answer to him, and he also felt that he cannot even confront God in court. And this just made me understand the magnitude that Job respected God, because he felt that not even any judge, not even any court can help him to stand against God. Thank you.